The destruction of ballistic missiles, the final arms race. In 2045, when the world had become too familiar with the outbreak of regional conflicts and the persistent threat of nuclear war, humanity was faced with a grim turning point. Nations possessing nuclear weapons, after years of signing arms control treaties, came to realize that military power was not just in the size of armies or traditional battles, but in the ability to wield weapons of mass destruction. Especially intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. These weapons not only carried nuclear warheads, but also had the capability to strike from one continent to another, bypassing modern defense systems. They had become an indispensable part of the defense and attack strategies of nuclear powers, and a decisive factor in maintaining global dominance. A painful turning point. Tensions between nuclear powers had always existed. But in 2045, an unexpected event occurred when one of the largest nations in the Western Alliance, after years of pursuing a policy of peace, decided to launch an intercontinental ballistic missile against its main adversary in East Asia. This decision was made amid escalating tensions when the country discovered a military plot by its adversary to expand its influence in the region. This event, although not the first time nuclear powers had launched their ICBMs, became a global alarm that a new nuclear arms race had begun. The **Thunderstrike 9** missile was launched from a secret base, located underground at a safe location of the Western Alliance. With a range of up to 18,000 kilometers, **Thunderstrike 9** could penetrate the atmosphere. Pass through military satellites and modern defense systems, leaving no trace behind. This weapon was designed to strike quickly and accurately. Carrying a nuclear warhead and capable of hitting multiple targets at once. The adversary had no idea that the missile was already heading towards the larger city in the opposing nation. home to crucial military facilities. However, because of the secrecy and swiftness of the attack, the adversary had been preparing for such a situation. The DF-99***, China's newest anti-ballistic missile system, had been deployed. China had realized that while the Western alliance was pushing forward its nuclear policy, it could not afford to appear weak. The DF-99*** was launched from an underground base in the heart of the country. With the sole purpose of intercepting the Thunder Strike 9 missile in space. The unthinkable collision. As the Thunder Strike 9 missile approached its target, the collision between the two missiles occurred in midair. The explosion was inevitable, creating a powerful shockwave that threw everything into chaos. Both the Thunder Strike 9 and DF-99 missiles were destroyed in the explosion, but nothing was simple. Debris from the two missiles scattered everywhere. While the shockwave had disabled satellite systems, paralyzing global communication devices. A cloud of nuclear smoke covered the sky, intensifying fears that nuclear war had officially begun. The situation didn't end there. Debris from the missiles fell across various areas. Damaging cities and crucial infrastructures. not only in the conflict zones but across the world. Other nations, already anxious about the nuclear war threat, could not stay passive. Immediately, a wave of retaliatory missile launches began. With nuclear powers taking action one after another. A war beyond control. As missile defense systems in different nations faced off with nuclear warheads. In Russia, the RS-8 Sarmat, the latest intercontinental ballistic missile, was also launched. With a range of up to 18,000 kilometers and capable of carrying up to .10 nuclear war. Our S-28 Sarmat was activated, while other missiles from countries like the United States, the UK, and France were launched. Within a few hours, nuclear missiles rained down like a deadly storm, marking the start of global annihilation. The missile defense systems of major nations such as the US, Russia, China, and Western nations were unable to intercept the barrage of hundreds of ICBMs. With nuclear warheads striking major cities, military bases, and important centers of the enemy. These nuclear strikes not only caused instant death to millions but also led to the irreversible destruction of entire ecosystems. Putting Earth in a state of devastation and peril. The catastrophic consequences. As nuclear smoke and dust enveloped the sky, cities that had once been the world's largest economic, cultural, and military centers were reduced to rubble. Communication technologies were paralyzed, and energy and transportation systems became useless. Nations could no longer communicate with each other, and each of their responses only made the situation worse. Meanwhile, the destruction was not limited to the war zones. It spread across the globe. Earthquakes, tsunamis, and climate changes caused by nuclear explosions began to destroy the living environment, pushing human civilization to the brink of extinction. The price paid for greed and nuclear strategy was too high. Survivors in the remaining areas struggled with harsh living conditions, lacking food, clean water, and essential resources. In the end, the nuclear arms race ended in catastrophe, not just in physical destruction, but in the annihilation of human values. Nations were left with nothing but rubble and devastation. The world had learned a painful lesson about the madness of destructive power that ballistic missiles brought. And humanity paid a heavy price to realize that there is no victory. In nuclear war, only destruction.